We're going to call this meeting of the Coos Bay Urban Renewal Agency to order. And I will talk very slowly. All right, so our first item on the agenda is public comments. Do we have anybody that would like to make any public comments tonight? Sensing none, we'll move to item number 2, which is our consent calendar. Do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve the consent calendar as presented.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar. All those, any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. The next item is the public hearing on the approved budget for fiscal year 2023, 2024, and adoption of a resolution. Are you taking that, Nicole?
I am, thank you. So each year, the agency undergoes a public budget process, which includes convening the budget committee, which was done in May. The budget committee reviews the budget that's prepared by staff and hopefully approves and pushes that budget forward to the agency for adoption. What is here before you is that budget committee approved budget, which includes the same things as we usually see, the taxes levy for both districts and also the special levy district at the 28%, which is what we've been doing. That special levy is dedicated for road improvements within the downtown district.
All right. So how would the agency like to proceed? Oh, we have to open a public hearing. Details. So I will open a public hearing on the 2023-2024 budget. Do we have anybody that would like to comment? Sensing none, I will go ahead and close the public hearing. And how would the agency like to proceed at this point?
I move that we adopt resolution 23-05 approving the fiscal year 2023 to 2024 budget.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the 2023-2024 budget. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? The motion carries. Our next item is the approval of improvement program grant request for 650 West Anderson Avenue, and that looks like you, Roger.
It is. The Urban Renewal Agency received a grant application requesting $25,000 improvement grant for the building located at 650 West Anderson, also known as Anderson Plaza. The building was built in 1970 and sadly has suffered from many years of lack of maintenance. It was recently sold and purchased by a management group here locally that owns a number of buildings in the city, and they are, I'm happy to say, they're fixing it up. It had suffered from a lack of paint, replacement of decking, and a portion of one of the building's foundations had failed and it actually sunk. We've seen a decline in the use of that, our occupancy in that building, and so I'm pleased that a proven organization has purchased it and will fix it up. The project, our estimate, is just a little over $50,000, $50,950. The project was presented to the design assistance team, and they were unanimous in their support for the proposed project. I will tell you that work has already started, and it's been a vast improvement already.
Yes, I noticed that on the way here
Yeah,
today.
this is one right over here and across from McKay's and everything. Yeah,
Correct.
great.
It's generally been offices or medical. I think I had a root canal there.
Good memories.
I was just going to say, the memories we have. Yeah, I remember that as well. So not that you had a root canal, but
Didn't know I was that
okay.
old.
Well, let's move on. All right, how would the agency like to proceed on this?
We can get to the root of it. I approve an improvement grant for up to $25,000 of eligible expenses with the Peregrine Group, Inc. for their property at 650 West Anderson Avenue, subject to compliance with required building and land use permits.
Second. All right, we have a motion to approve the improvement grant for up to $25,000 and a second of eligible expenses for the Peregrine Group. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries, and you can mark that done at 2:30. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Wow. I have to be careful what I say next time.
All right, and that, I think, is our last item we had on the agenda.
Right, the Urban Renewal Agency also has an executive session, so we'll be holding those jointly, and we do not,
We won't be coming back.
we will not.
Okay, so we'll be going into executive session at this point for both the Urban Renewal Agency and the Coos Bay City Council. We're going to hold that jointly, and we will not be coming back into session, open session.
We'll start with the city, that's right.
City Council will now meet in executive session pursuant to ORS 192.660 2D for the purpose of discussing labor negotiation. If the council intends to come out of executive session to take final action, the presiding officer should announce when the open session will begin again. Representatives of the news media and designated staff shall be allowed to attend the executive session. All other members of the audience are asked to leave the room. Representatives of the news media are specifically directed not to report on any of the deliberations during the executive session, except to state the general subject of the session as previously announced. No decisions may be made in executive session.
When we go,